Hello everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today is another day. We're doing our video today. So today I just accompanied my wife to a family planning clinic. As you can see, ladies are just lining over there. They are waiting for their turn to enter for consultations. So it's a family planning clinic today conducted by Mary Stops. So guys, sometimes it's good for men to accompany their ladies to family planning clinics. So we've been chatting like which is the best way forward for us to take. So yesterday it was announced like the clinic is today. So that's why I'm here. That's why I find myself here. So this is the clinic. These are ladies, they are queuing for their turn to enter inside and after family planning medication given to them. So I tell you, women go through a lot and they go to the clinics by themselves. You see, like mine, when I came here, it's like when you come with your wife, you're given a priority. So guys should consider when their women are going for these clinics, they should accompany them to the clinics because they are given the first priority. So it's a come in and you're given a priority and they do that for you. I'm just looking like my daughter is accompanying us, the smallest daughter, the smallest one is accompanying me and my wife. So it's like she was just resisting not to go with me. So I thought like it's good I come inside here and do this video. So ladies are like they're so scared. Some get so scared until like their pressure goes up and they are not supposed to administer you with any medication if your blood pressure has gone up. So most of them just decide to go back home because they're nervous and their blood pressure goes up. So it's one of those days, guys. So I don't know, it's kind of like it's scary. They get scared and their blood pressure goes up. So I'm like ladies go through a lot when they are doing these things, and I wonder like some do come by themselves. So it's a tough experience. I think it's a first time. Like me, I've always come with my wife to the clinics, antenatal clinics. With all that pregnancy, I used to accompany her to the clinic and all that thing. And she felt good because whenever we came with her, we were given the first priority. So it's a good thing, I think. So it's another experience I've seen here. People, like ladies are so nervous and their blood pressure goes up and they are told to go and sit outside there so that they calm down before the medication is done to them. So it's another experience I've just experienced here. Well, sometimes, but it's my first time I've attended a family planning clinic. So yeah, people should accompany their wives to the clinics. Maybe that one may calm their nerves down, because you can just not realize like you have blood pressure. But once you come here, plus the nervousness of you being alone, and maybe you're putting a coil, the ladies can comment down below and let us know what they go through when they attend these clinics, because I've seen like several of them being told to go outside and relax because like their blood pressure has gone up. So it's another experience of its kind. Yeah, that's my day today. I'm here. I'm just looking and looking, like my wife might come out and never realize like where I am, considering maybe she cannot go inside the room where she'll be attended to with a kid. So I just be around in hand to help her. That's why I came down. I escaped to go to work like for some hours so that I can help her with the kid whilst she'll be attended to. That's my day today, man. Sometimes that's how it happens. Like I'm hearing these ladies behind here. I don't want to show them. They're saying like it's painful. It's painful when they're being administered, and like the needle part of it. Most people are so scared of being injected with that needle. Like me, man, I'm one of those people, and I must have to say, like, I'm so scared of the injection. Most of the times when the doctor uses the needle, man, for me that one scares me. That scares me a lot. So I just keep on looking on that door over there to see if my wife has come out, and maybe she might be looking for me, and I'll be around to help. So guys, I don't know if you have ever accompanied your wife to a clinic, maybe antenatal clinic, maternity clinics, or anything. Man, me, I've done all those. There's no even a single day I skipped coming with her to the clinic. Before the baby came, I remember the first day we came when she first attended the maternity clinic. And again, we were to go into classes of being taught on how to go and what to eat during the pregnancy. Man, I used to come every single day. No day I skipped. And after, I remember the day she was giving birth at Mama Lucy here in Embakasi. I remember we went, me and her. Man, you can see the nervousness. Like, they get so scared. So, as I was saying, I remember the day she went to the river. I remember we went to Mama Lucy. It was around December 4th, the night, and it was raining. And when I came back from work, and she was like, she had labor pains, but they were like, those labor pains were not so like you can suspect of anything. So I came back from work. I remember she called me and she told me like she is feeling like she has labor pain. So I had to come from work and then I came home. I told her like I remember asking her like how do you feel? And she was like, I'm feeling some pain, but it's not that much pain, but I'm feeling some pain. So I asked her like, are you feeling like because we weren't expecting it was like for us those days were we had some days so after some hours the pain was increasing and increasing. I remember I called my neighbor. It was around 8. It was around 8, almost 8 or 10, 10 in the evening. So I called one of my neighbors and she came. She came and she told us, we have not to wait. So we went out. We were, of course, she was prepared and we went out with her bag and her belongings and of course some clothes. We had bought early for preparations. So we went to out. I remember I didn't have an Uber or a Bolt app on my phone, so my neighbor luckily had it. So he called my neighbor. So when my neighbor came, I remember he came with the husband because my wife had called and a female neighbor. So I keep on looking like, are they okay? Forget about that. So when she came, she came with the husband. So we decided to call Uber. So we went by the road and the Uber came. So we entered. We went, me, my wife, plus the neighbor's wife. So we went to Mama Lucy. It was raining somehow, but not that much rain. So we went up to Mama Lucy. When we arrived at Mama Lucy, it was around 11 p.m. at night. So I remember like we went through the processes and she was admitted to a maternity wing and I was left outside. Remember I was with a neighbor's wife, and so after that we stayed there I remember we stayed for some hours, and the neighbor's she was to go to work on the following day, so she had to leave. So when she left, I was left alone, I remember. So I was left alone. I remember, if I can remember. So when I stayed there, I had to wait, man, all night without knowing anything. Remember, she didn't go in with her phone. Oh, she went in with her phone. She went in with her phone, I remember. So you see, like at night, the hospital is deserted. So I was alone in a certain room. I think it's a waiting room for other patients. So I was just alone, and I was waiting. So I kept on waiting. Like I slept there literally with all mosquito bites. You see, I slept there till the morning. I couldn't get anything. I just tried to call her number. Nobody was speaking, nothing. So I just kept on waiting. Tomorrow morning came, my neighbors were calling, but I didn't have any information from inside there. from the maternity room, so I didn't have anything. It came in the morning. I think a nurse called me and told me like she called me on my wife's phone and said like she wanted some money for her to inject her with some medicine. I don't know. So there are those nurses who are corrupt. I think that's a public hospital and we are not supposed to pay like that was bribe. And she told me like you don't want your wife to go through CS, so you have to send me like I need 2,000 shillings. And she asked me like, do you have those money? And I told her like, yes, I have the money because I was nervous and I was scared and I was all alone, you see. I told like I have them, so she told me like, okay, let me inject her with the medicine, but make sure when you come in, you come with the money and not in M-Pesa. You make sure you carry the hard cash. Carry the cash, not in the M-Pesa or anything. So I knew like that was because of she didn't want to be noticed or and to be followed afterward, because of if I sent her the transaction, there will be a lot of suspicion was to be raised. Okay, so I waited until around it was around 12, I think around 12 or 10. It was around 10 and people were being around to enter into the maternity to see their patients. So when I entered inside, I found out like she had delivered, I think, yes, but the people wasn't responding well, and still the nurse was on me, and she came to me and asked like, where's my 2,000? So I had no choice but I had to give up, because we had agreed that like when you come in, you come with cash and make sure you carry the cash in your hand. So I came in, she told me like, you see your wife, I saw like she was in much pain, so I had to inject her with the medicine so that she will deliver minus CS, and because she was tired and she was, all those things they tell you to scare you. I think the things she was telling me. So like now I gave her the 2,000, and remember I had like I had 4,000 in me, because I thought like it's a public hospital, and no M churches. I'll not be asked for M churches. So I gave her the 2,000 she was demanding. So, and there she showed me to where my wife was. I went inside. I saw her. She was sleeping on her back at the bed somewhere. I think she was waiting like to be, I don't know what to call it, but they were to somehow like stitch her somewhere on a, whenever you know what I mean. So, and I just went outside and seated on a bench on those corridors of the hospital. I think if you're ever going to Mama Lucy, you can know what I say. So I waited there, and she was just lying there afterwards. That's what I just came to realize. Like, those ladies just told her to lie there. They just went on with their stories, you see. And the baby By then, she had just lied there like almost an hour or something, and the baby, she has not seen the baby, and she has not been told the whereabouts of the baby or how the baby is doing, the gender or something. So when I came in, it's when the nurses realized like she's been lying there like for some like an hour or so, and they have not attended to her. So that's when they told her they did their thing so quick, and they told her to go and see the baby. So when she went to the baby was tired. She couldn't even do what? She couldn't breastfeed because the baby so now was tired, and she wasn't breastfeeding. I should call it. I don't know what I call it, but she couldn't breastfeed. So they tried to check on the baby, but the baby couldn't. They tried to like inject her with some needles to see if she can respond. She didn't, and she was sleeping. She couldn't wake up to breastfeed. So it went like that for some hours, and afterwards they said like they want to release my wife. She has to go to the nursery. The baby must have to be taken to the nursery. So that's how the baby ended up being put into a nursery for like 2-3 days. It was 3 days, I think. So she stayed there for 3 days, and afterwards the baby responded well, I think, with the medication and everything. Remember all those days I just stayed, I kept on coming, bringing her food and attending to the other daughter back at home. So I have to make sure like I come to see her maybe in the morning, see on how they are doing. First of all, in the morning I have to wake up very early in the morning, make breakfast, prepare the other one, the school going one, and then I ride her to the school gate. I think if you have watched my previous videos, you have seen on how we go to school. So I must have to make sure that the breakfast is ready in the morning. She's well prepared. I make sure she takes her packed lunch, and then I take her to the school gates. So that morning I have to wake up, like prepare the breakfast for her, and then for the school going daughter, and then afterwards I have to take her to the school gate, and then afterwards I ride to the hospital and take some breakfast to her. So every single morning, lunchtime, I have to come back and bring her some lunch to the hospital, and then go back, and then in the evening I come, see on how they are doing for 3 days, you can imagine, until the condition improved and the kid was ready to be released. And then I went on that day. I went there and filled those forms for Linda Mama, and then all those things, and we were free to go home. I called my brothers. He came with his vehicle, and then we went home. You see, why am I giving these all stories, man? I think, man, you should accompany your ladies to these things, most especially when they are going for clinics, they are going to hospital, and all those things. It's good for you to accompany them to hospital and help them with those processes they do. So that's what we do. Like my friends here, you can see they are, I can just say like they are good dads because you can see they are helping their wives with their kids, and it's a good thing. I think we should all be responsible and help each other for these things, because most especially they feel so good when you accompany them to these places like hospitals, because those nurses and doctors, once they see you couples, they give you first priority, man. They feel like on top of the world, because uh, they feel so good and they feel respected. It's not a must like you have millions to make your wife feel respected. You hold a kid like this, and when she's being attended to, it's a good thing, man. So that's my story. That's why I said like accompany your ladies, your wives to the hospitals, to places, public places. You might never know when you take them there, they feel respected and they feel appreciated. Like my wife feels on top of the world, even if I don't have kakitu, I don't have anything, but she feels on top of the world whenever I come with her to these places. So I don't know, but I don't see them. I don't know if they've come out, so I must have go and check them out. I think I've spent quite some time for us chatting here. I must have to go and check on them and see where the process is as for now. But guys, it's good for you to accompany your ladies to these places because they feel good. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you, and let's meet on our next video.